completely broke the universe.
DC and Warner Brothers' long-awaited film The Flash opened this weekend, but below expectations. The superhero flick was supposed to bring in $70 to $75 million, but came in at just $55 million.
And The Flash, far from the only big film this summer to see disappointing news at the box office. Elemental just had one of the lowest performing opening weekends in Pixar history.
So is it the content, or is there something else at play here? Arthur Chan takes a closer look at what might be behind these early flops.
It could just be superhero fatigue. I mean, I think there have just been so many superhero movies coming out and multiverse movies.
Honestly, we were kind of just bored. That's why we saw it today. But if we were working or busy, we probably wouldn't have. We probably just waited for it to be on streaming.
Putting the bus in Blockbuster this weekend, superhero movie The Flash tripped over its own feet, landing with $55 million when superhero movies are averaging closer to $100 million in their debut weekends. Meanwhile, Pixar's movie Elemental also opened up this weekend with a flop, pulling in $29.5 million. Both films had high expectations and even higher costs. Each took over $200 million to make and an additional $100 million to market.
The two movies that came out last weekend, they did not seem to connect with audiences too well.
DC and Warner Brothers' movie The Flash relied on controversial actor Ezra Miller, a result of alleged assaults, accusations of abuse and grooming, and disturbing behavior. And Disney's hopes for Elemental being another Pixar success were undermined by it being an original movie and not a sequel or based on an already established brand name.
There's got to be some sort of reason that you can't wait. You have to build up this demand. That in the case of these two movies this weekend, clearly there just wasn't that level of, I have to rush out and see it. People decided, I can wait.
As for us consumers, film critics say do not be influenced by the poor performances at the box office this weekend. They say if you're in the mood for a Pixar movie, Elemental will still entertain. And if you're in the mood for a superhero movie, they say The Flash will still satisfy. And who knows, if anything, with this information, maybe it means you get a little extra space when you go to the theaters this week. On the Upper West Side, Arthur Chien, Fox 5 News.